Hey, HTDA, and this is a quick guide on how to pick your starting location in Plan B Terraform. Your initial factory is just going to be a simple line of assemblers making the basic buildings. You can place these anywhere on the planet as they don't need to be connected to anything at all. Because of this, it's actually a good idea to build this early setup far away from your main factory location, as that will leave the other resources closer to your main factory available for use there. In fact, I recommend looking for the future ocean floors. The game doesn't really tell you this, but you can tell where the first water is going to come in by looking at the grayscale overview on the map. The light portions are the lowest terrain, which means that is where the larger oceans will form. Any terrain close to this area will likely be filled with rivers flowing towards this ocean. You can manually check the altitude by looking at the display on the bottom of your screen. A higher altitude means it's less likely to have water issues there, so build your factories there. Ocean floors means any resources in this area will be completely useless when the water comes in, so make use of them early on by building your starting builds there. Just go nuts in terms of production, since it won't take long for this area to get flooded, and you might as well make use of these resources. Any buildings you place here will be refunded once you remove them, so there's literally nothing going to waste by doing so. If you're really desperate about saving all your resources, you could consider exporting them early on to higher grounds. I don't really think this is necessary, but it's worth considering if you're really unlucky with some of the more rare resources like fluorite. At the same time, your main factory should be high and dry to avoid flooding. Building it close to your city should prevent flooding altogether, while keeping your logistic lines short and efficient. It's also worth noting that a lot of items will come in from the poles, like nitrogen and the early water. As such, building your factory on the pole sides of the city makes things more efficient as well. You know, unlike what I've done in this example here. Last but not least, if you have multiple cities relatively close together, building your main factory in between them makes your life a lot easier, as you can bring in all the resources to a single production chain, and you will need to grow at least 2 cities to progress in the game. So in short, build your main factory high and dry, close to one or more cities, and preferably close to one of the poles, and you should be good to go. If you found this useful, don't forget to like this video and check out my full guide that covers a lot more tips and tricks. Let me know in the comments if you have any other suggestions to share, and subscribe for more Plan B content. You are awesome, and I hope to catch you in the next one.